Hey guys, welcome to another video. I just recently finished the sketchbook here, so I thought today I would do a little sketchbook tour. This sketchbook was a gift from one of my friends in high school. She gave this to me as sort of a graduation present when we graduated back in 2016. But I've never been the kind of person to really keep a regular sketchbook, I guess. Like, I've always kind of enjoyed painting more as opposed to sketching and drawing, but recently I've kind of been more motivated to work on my drawing skills and just draw more in general. So yeah, I didn't start this until 2019, and then I only just finished it this last month, back in January. But anyway, let's get to some drawings. So this is the first thing I did. I've always been really into like fantasy, so I don't know. I guess at the time that I drew this, like I just really wanted to draw some mermaids. I've never been that great at drawing people, so like that's something I really need to practice. And a lot of these are references that I just found on Pinterest, so like that's where a lot of these little doodles come from. So like I think this was just a spreadsheet that I found on Pinterest and just kind of went through and drew everything. This was a sheet of like elf ears found on Pinterest. A couple of figures. Some hairstyles. Some cute little bunnies. I think this was around the time that I got some alcohol markers for the first time. My mom got me some Prismacolor Premier alcohol markers, which I had never used before at that point. So I was just messing around with those like here and with this lion. I think for the hair on this, I had like pressed the tips of the markers together to sort of get that gradient. Like I had a lot of fun with that. This was just a sketch for a friend. We were trying to design something together. I forget the name of the book, but all these little figures were like from this book that my mom had given me one year for Christmas, like just on how to draw like the head and the figure. So this was just me like kind of going through and trying to practice those. I don't remember exactly what this technique was called though. It might be hard to see, but sometimes I'll make little notes, like just in the margins. This is me practicing the flour sack method for like kind of figuring out like just how things move and are shaped, I guess. My attempt at drawing a person from just imagination. Some hand and foot practice. These are just some notes that I took, probably from a YouTube video. I think this was from when I tried to start a Redbubble page. Or it might have been Etsy. Because I wanted like a little avatar for my picture. So I was just sort of making a little thing for that. I kind of tried to base the style off of Adventure Time. If anyone watches that, I just really like the art style of that. Like, I think it's super cute. These are just some more doodles from Pinterest using, I think, just markers and a ballpoint pen. Here I was also trying out those alcohol markers. Originally I intended to go back and like color some of these in, but I didn't really like this sketchbook enough to go back and do that. As you can see, it doesn't really lay flat very well. So I found that really annoying. There were also just a lot of pages, and they're like fairly big, so like it just felt really overwhelming to try and like fill this sketchbook up, which is probably why it took me so long. Cats, a couple little round Totoros. This, I think I wanted to create something that was based off of those, like the mouse eyes from Breath of the Wild. But I didn't know what. And I think I had asked my boyfriend for some suggestions, and he must have suggested a slug. That's what this is, and this is also done in alcohol marker, and then I used like a fine liner and a Jelly Roll pen to like add in some highlights. This was a swatch page, so I think these top ones up here, I think they're Prismacolor erase pencils. And then these are a bunch of like just colorful fine liners that I had just gotten. And these are actually pretty good. Like I've used alcohol markers with them and they don't like bleed. And I believe they're water resistant. They're this brand, Tau Tree Fine Liner Pens. I just found them on Amazon. A drawing I'll never finish. This was, I believe, one of those random shape challenges. I think I was in the middle of some art block at that point, and read that this helped. I think my favorites are the little duck and this bear thing, and the little lizard guy with the cape. And that actually inspired me to like draw some more bears. So like, I think this one I actually managed to draw like just from memory, and then another bear like just based off that doodle. I think this one was from a reference. This my boyfriend drew just for fun. Another random shape challenge. Some pigeons, if you can see that. This also was a random shape challenge, but just done in pencil. Oh, and this one too. And I did these in alcohol marker. I think I'd started with this one and noticed it kind of started looking like an apple. So that inspired me to draw some more little fruit guys. I'll show you this little grape guy a little bit better. Some cats. I think at this point I was trying to come up with a little avatar logo thing for my channel and my website. So like, if you can see this ear is circled because I liked how I had done the inside of the ear, so I wanted to incorporate that into my logo. And these were just some ideas as well for that, and just kind of sketching out a few random things. And you can kind of see, like, here, maybe, um, where I kind of started figuring out what I wanted to do. This was something for my boyfriend. Some more doodles. Like this day, I really felt like drawing some jellyfish, so that's what all this is. More jellyfish. This was my boyfriend's idea. He suggested an alligator clamp, but an actual alligator. It might be kind of hard to see. And then I doodled just another, like, actual alligator character. This little unicorn guy. I had this little, like, weighted unicorn stuffy that I got, like, just to help with anxiety and stuff. So I tried to draw her. And then I had this, like, long cat stuffy. So that's what this is. And I don't remember how I got to this point, but I drew, like, a little blobby guy. And I liked the eyes on it. And that prompted me to start drawing some little bunnies. I think this guy's my favorite. And you'll see those pop up, like, through here on the multiple pages. I think these were from 2 different days. Like, I wanted to draw some cactuses, or cacti? I can't remember what the plural is. And some blueberries. And this was done in alcohol marker. I'm still not super, like, I guess, confident with my skills with alcohol markers. Like, I still haven't really figured out how to, like, use them. These are just some sketches of Wind Waker, if anyone's ever played that. It's actually, like, one of my favorite games from that franchise. Like, I think it's really cute, and I really like all the character designs and stuff. So I really wanted to draw some characters from that. Again, I had originally intended to go back and, like, color these in, but I just really didn't like this sketchbook enough to, like, go back through and do that. But I think in my next sketchbook I might maybe stick these in there and then color them, because the paper, like, the quality of this paper actually isn't too bad. Yeah, and then here's a sketch of Cyclos and the little fish guy that you get the maps from. This page I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for, like, kind of the about page, I believe it is, on my website. So that was just me trying to come up with some ideas. These are just some line practices. Some more practice. This is a swatch page of some Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. More practice.